ideal conditions to test my Hero7 Black. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be claustrophobic. It's gonna be loud and noisy. Hey guys, it's October, quite gray and rainy outside. I need a new toy and this is why I'm going into the electronics store. See ya. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Got it. See that wonderful Lake Chiemsee? This is one of my favorite places. And you see the Alps in the background? This is purely Bavarian. But maybe there's one thing that comes instantly into your mind when you think of Bavaria. But let me come to that later. First of all, I wanna unbox this. 12 megapixel 4K with 60 frames per second, Hypersmooth, waterproof down to 10 meters, or is it called up to? Don't know. Did notice you have to zip this. I guess the right word is unzip. So this is the new GoPro Hero 7. I just bought this because I'm gonna go to a place to shoot a video where I really have harsh conditions. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be turbulent and claustrophobic. It's gonna be loud and noisy. And with a new Hypersmooth stabilization, I hope to get really steady shots. And hopefully, with improved audio, I will get decent sound. Hey, I'm Michael, I'm from Bavaria, Germany, and this time I'm gonna go to the Oktoberfest. Not to one of the copies and wannabes that exist worldwide, to the very original Bavarian Munich Oktoberfest. I can't resist, but I'm gonna go into the water now. The water is really cold. This is just for brave people. So this is Ray. He is my second-degree cousin, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, and he's the reason why I go to the Oktoberfest, because he asked me to go to the Oktoberfest. There's the entrance. So crowded here. Here they are resting. GoPro. What most people don't know, the Oktoberfest is not only about drinking beer. A large area consists of lots of fun rides. Want to ride this?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm considering to ride that. 2 bottles of water with gas, please.
€9.
$3.50 for a bottle of water, but hey, it's the Oktoberfest. You have the 2 tickets? Okay. Are you frightened, Ray?
But I'm ready.
Okay, ready to. Now I have the best overview. Oh my gosh!
Oh, this is a drone shot.
Woo! Oh my gosh! Wow, that's fast. That's so fast. Oh my! Oh, it was so harmless. It looked so harmless.
I cannot take some photos.
Well, it must have looked so harmless and on the ground. Oh my gosh! Oh, feel dizzy, but it's great. Yeah.
So extreme.
Oh no!
Man.
What a bummer! It has come to an end. You feel okay?
10 seconds of my life was worth it. I was so frightened.
So what's next?
Beer drinking.
Okay, beer. Let us try to get in one of the tents. That's the Schottenhamel tent. We've been waiting for an hour to get in there. still waiting. They say it's closed for today. What shall we do now? Let's buy a beer here and then maybe they'll open it later. So maybe there's a chance to get in there. Sorry, Ray.
No chance getting in.
Yes, we didn't make it. We are just trying to find a seat. Otherwise, we can't order a drink. The beer is so refreshing. It was worth the wait.
I'm so happy. So satisfied.
Yeah. Next, trying to get into the tent. Okay, no chance. It's they closed the doors. Well, there are a bunch of people to try to get in, but the doors are still closed. No chance. That was by far the most. This is by far the most popular tent, and they don't let anybody in. That's frustrating. Nur mit Reservierung. How do you feel about it?
Once in my lifetime I experienced Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Okay.
The beer is worth the wait.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
Happy to hear that. I'm very sorry, guys. I really wanted to show you how it looks like inside a tent. Maybe I'll try next year. Auf Wiedersehen. We're now going to meet my cousin Mark, but actually he's not your cousin. He's his uncle. There it is, Mark.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you? How was your work?
I'm exhausted.
Hey, Mark. Remember him? He was with me on the Women's Islands. Mark, you are an Oktoberfest pro. You are here every year, isn't it?
No, I'm not, but yes, I am.
Hey guys, this is Oktoberfest day 2, and I cannot leave you not showing you the inner of a tent. I can't believe we're getting into the tent. We failed yesterday, but now we're entering the Holy Grail. It's always impressive to me being here in a tent. So normally everyone is dancing on the tables, but it's 1 p.m. and you're not allowed to dance until 4 p.m. It's gonna be fun. Well, I told you it's gonna be wet. Oh my gosh. No! Oh. Is it fun, guys? Yeah. Oh damn, this is high. 1, 2. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh my God! Totally wet, totally soaked. I'm totally wet, but I got my water, so I'm very happy.
I lost my soul somewhere over there.
Wet pants. This is for someone special. This was Oktoberfest 2018. Always fun to be here.
I felt very uncomfortable not going to the Oktoberfest in the traditional clothing, but today I was acting like a tourist.
So what's your opinion?
I was thinking about beer. I was thinking about beer garden. I didn't expect about the rides. So many people. That's awesome.
It's really unusual in Munich to have very empty streets. You're almost alone here. Bye bye, Oktoberfest. Now heading back to Lake Chiemsee. Nice little drone. As much as I like the Oktoberfest, I'm really glad to be back again at my favorite place, the Lake Chiemsee. Before I make my conclusion of the GoPro Hero7 Black, let me do one test first. Look at that! I love the Bavarian nature. My first GoPro was the GoPro Hero7 Black, and I did a lot of videos with it, mainly water-related stuff. I've always been interested in shooting steady underwater clips, and in trying that with my old GoPro, I already destroyed a gimbal that was actually only water-resistant, not waterproof. Learning that the GoPro Hero7 Black has now Hypersmooth stabilization, which they say is gimbal-like, drew my attention. Of course, you can already shoot gimbal-like underwater videos without a gimbal with a 360 cam, for example. But the prospect of shooting steady underwater shots without a housing in even 4K 60 frames per second resolution finally got me. Okay, this video wasn't about underwater shooting, but in fact it was intended to be a hands-on testing, mainly trying the Hypersmooth stabilization. And because the Oktoberfest was so noisy, I wanted to know how the GoPro will handle the audio. And out of curiosity, I sometimes record it in the new Timewarp feature, what is normally known as hyperlapse. This is not a detailed or scientific review of the GoPro Hero7 Black. These are just my first impressions about the new features. But be sure that I want to do a vlog about using Hypersmooth stabilization underwater sooner or later. First of all, Hypersmooth stabilization is impressive. In fact, it's not a new technology. The camera records more visual information than needed, which serves as a buffer when counteracting undesired movement. They say it's gimbal-like, and that's quite true for me, but only in situations where the movements are smooth by its very nature, like rolling on a skateboard, walking, or swinging, where just tiny shakes can be expected. When you run, it's still astonishingly steady, considering the fact that the GoPro Hero7 Black is so tiny and prone to shaky videos. But it's not that gimbal-like as they claim, rather gimbal approximate, I would say. However, that's the best result I've ever seen from a camera with electronic image stabilization. As long as you shoot in one direction where you fix a certain target, or at least make decent direction changes, the Hypersmooth stabilization works best for me. You can still see some jolts, and when you pan, movement counteraction is quite abrupt. But thanks to the improved algorithm and more computational power through additional RAM, yes, I did a little research, these incidents are reduced to a minimum. At the end of the day, the GoPro isn't meant to be treated like a raw egg. Come on, it's an action cam and not a cinematic camera. One little thing that is worth to mention is that you should avoid using Hypersmooth in low light. As you already know, low light means slower shutter speed, longer exposure, and therefore visible motion blur. And when you try to stabilize a blurry video, that would result in strange-looking micro jitters. I don't want to get too detailed into it for now, but in the sake for completeness, I want to give you some final words about my impressions regarding audio and Timewarp. You have listened to the audio for yourself. There was a noisy crowd, the music was loud, still, you could hear what I was saying, maybe with a little more attention, but still, my voice was quite distinctive. Time warp, very useful. My impression, more stabilized than other hyperlapse methods. One thing I should do the next time when shooting in time warp mode, don't just turn on time warp, walk around aimlessly, and hope that the algorithm will fix it. Better shoot a time warp intentionally and try to fix a point. What I found out is that when you have at least one object in your video that doesn't seem to move at all, like someone is walking in front of you, that would ease the visual turmoil that is usual in hyperlapse videos. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you didn't only get a glimpse of how it is like at the original Oktoberfest. I also hope that I could provide you with useful information about the GoPro Hero7 Black. If this was the case, please like my video and subscribe my channel so I get motivated to show you more about Bavaria, where I'm living, show you more about my life as a video freelancer, and show you more videos about tech stuff. See you next time!